Do you have any updates on Huerter or Keegan?
Keegan's still in protocol, and our biggest thing with him is we want him to rest, and be right whenever that is that he comes back. And then Kevin went through everything but the live contact today.
With Keegan, do you want to get him a practice before he can actually play?
A guy that's out that long, I would not, I would not have him play without a practice, But I mean, there's zero pressure at all. We want him to come back, the right way. We don't want him to hurt. We play 82 games, and if he misses one, if he misses two, whatever, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. So there's no pressure there. We just want him to go through protocol the right way and make sure that he's concentrating on relaxing and getting his rest and getting his mind right before even coming back.
How close is Kevin to being ready for opening night?
It's a great crowd. I mean, I don't know. He's closer. I'm not trying to be funny, but he's closer today than what he was before because he didn't even go through the non-contact stuff before. But he went through non-contact stuff today, and then did not join us for contact stuff. So I don't know what that means. He's a step closer, but we'll have to wait and see.
And if you don't have him on opening night, how do you handle that? Because Malik has played really well with the second unit. Do you not want to disrupt that and start someone else, or is it possible we could see Malik?
Haven't even thought about that yet, but and I told this to our team, I think before our last game. That's why we're a team. That's why we got 15 guys because you're going to have injuries and guys out and all that stuff throughout the course of the year. So for me, if you're all in, that means you're ready to go and the next man up. So,
On that sorry.
So whoever the next man up is, go out there and give it your all until you get subbed out.
When you look at your roster, what do you tell players like Keon and Kada, knowing their positions? They'll be switching back from the G League. What do you tell them as far as being ready?
Stay locked in because your number can be called at any time. That's the beauty about this sport is you can throw 5 guys out there at a time. 48 minutes is a long time, and anybody's number can be called at any time. So not just those 2 guys. I'd encourage all of our guys, even if they're not necessarily in the rotation right away, to stay ready because who knows, at any given time we may need your help on the floor during a game, and if your number's called, you definitely want to take advantage of trying to show that you can help us win a ball game, even if it's for a minute and a half that your number's called or for 10 minutes. So all of our guys, I feel they understand that. It'd be great to see it going forward when it really counts.
Mike, we haven't talked to you since you finalized the roster. What was it like pulling Shima in and Casey and having those discussions that they made the roster?
Anytime you have to cut somebody, first of all, it's tough. And we had a great camp, and everybody that we brought in contributed to helping us get better as a team and as an organization because they represented the Kings extremely well off the floor, out in the public, and all that other stuff. So that's the first thing. That's tough. And then when you're able to tell a guy that he's on the team when questions were in the air, it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling. Monty and myself, we were the ones that together told every single guy whether they made the team or didn't make the team, and so for us to be able to, obviously for us to cut a guy was tough. For us to tell a guy that is fighting his tail off just to make the team, to tell him that he made the team is man, it's gratifying. You just feel good because you know how bad these guys want it.
Like you said, Kev went through everything but live action today. Is that how you put it? Is that still considered ankle soreness, or is that something else at this point?
No, it's all the same thing. Yep.
What do you view as some of the pros and cons to having a potentially alternating guy starting at that 4 spot?
I don't know, and I don't know if I'm gonna do the alternating thing. I'm not quite sure what I'm gonna do yet. So can you wait a little bit and see if I do the alternating thing?
Yeah, I'll switch it up a little for you. How important is it for like a specific group of 5 to get chemistry alongside one another?
Well, you hope that can happen, but in the same breath, our rules don't really change offensively or defensively based on the combinations that are out there together. So, you know, you still got to do your job. You got to play hard on defense. You got to move the ball and space on offense. And so, and we have a system. And we're not making a lot of play calls. And I bet you can ask our guys when we work on pick and roll defense. Neiman is not always guarding the center. Half the time half the time he's guarding the screener. The other half of the time he's on the ball, so he can feel what it's like for the guard to experience, you know, the different coverages that we run defensively. And that's the same offensively for the most part. All the guys are interchangeable. And so when we do drills and stuff like that, we move guys around so our bigs can understand what it's like to, you know, possibly come up and shoot a three, and then our guards can feel what it's like to pin in and slip to the rim and score, or to set a pick and catch in the pocket, make plays. So, you know, doing stuff like that gives those guys a familiarity with what everybody's trying to do. And so it makes it a little easier to throw different combinations out there from time to time.
How do you feel like your defense is progressing after watching it in preseason? Do you feel like you're seeing some growth in that area with the squad?
I am, you know, and again, it's so hard in this league to have one guy guard the basketball. You know, it's literally got to be 5 guys guarding the ball. All 5 guys got to be on the string. When that ball moves, all 5 guys move. And without me looking, I got to be able to trust that my teammate is doing his job. And if they score or there's a breakdown, hopefully we've helped them understand what their responsibilities are on the floor defensively as a unit, that they can coach themselves. They can say, God, my bad, I should have done this, and next time I'll be there. So there's no question. So you know, we're making progress, but I think we can. I always think we can get better, but just because of the type of guys we have and how hard or how hard they play and how bad they want it.
Thank you.
Thank you.